So today in the bar, what I really would like to look at is those times when, as a PMO, you're in a time when you're going to have to take, really significant decisions are going to have to be taken by the business. And we have had two such times recently like that. Number one was the pandemic, which kind of hit us out of nowhere, and suddenly portfolios of projects had to be turned literally upside down overnight. And the other is actually now, as we move into a period of economic instability, high interest rates, much higher costs, energy issues, etc. It's slightly different, but same sort of crisis point that we need to account for. And what I would say to you is, in that situation, strange as it might seem, this is actually should be seen as a fantastic opportunity for PMOs. This is a real sort of time to shine for a PMO. This is the time when the business needs you most. And if you can respond to that need, then you are going to be in a very good place. Your credibility is going to go through the roof, and the value to the organization is going to go through the roof as well. So, what do I mean that? What are the sort of things you can do in a situation like this? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of the sort of ways that we approach a crisis situation like this. And the only reason I can say that is because we went through the pandemic crisis. You don't need to have the tool that we've got here that's on the screen. You can, whether it's a PowerPoint or Excel spreadsheets or another tool, the principles are the same. Let's look at some of the things that you can do in a situation like this. So the first thing is you can have your arms around the portfolio, but present it in a very simple way. Just remember, the executive team, who are your sponsors and key stakeholders, at a time like this are not going to want complication. They're going to want simple visual views of what's going on so that they can stimulate the right discussion and debate around what within the portfolio they have to stop, what they have to put on hold, and what new projects might need to come in to the portfolio. So the pandemic, for instance, a new project that would have come in was gearing up for working from home almost immediately, overnight. Um, with this economic crisis, there are going to be projects that have to be put on hold because there's probably a focus on cost management, cost reduction. So, what do we mean by looking at the portfolio? The sort of way that I would say you can present the portfolio in a simple way is a list of the items within the portfolio and by different sort of driver, the sort of things that your sponsors and stakeholders are going to be interested in. If we look at our portfolio today, what are the things that we could stop, hold, or what do we need to put on? So the things like the areas of the business that are going to be impacted, the level of resource that's required for these specific projects, the alignment with the strategic objectives that we have, which of course might have changed pretty much overnight. If the economy changes overnight, then your strategic objectives might change overnight. So making sure you can select the ones that essentially relate to the latest set of strategic objectives. So we've got that. That's getting your arms around the portfolio. Also, just presenting a really simple view of which projects do we have in which phase of potentially multiple life cycles. So giving a simple view of what are the projects we're talking about and how far down the life cycle are they. Equally, looking at a picture of sort of start date, end date, and current RAG status of existing projects that are going through the portfolio. And then finally, sort of just a simple view that shows these are the projects we've got up and running, where are the risks that relate to those projects or the issues, and just give us giving a really easy picture to then drill through to. we're going to stop some of our agile portfolio. Let's start with the ones that are struggling. So just a really simple view of the ones that are then struggling, and then let's go into sort of what's in those epics, what are the stories in the epics, etc. So just simple. If you want to present yourself as a PMO in a crisis situation in the best possible light, one of the things that you can do most successfully is just keep your visual presentation of the discussion and the decision making that your executive team needs to make really, really simple. Good luck with it.